Hi, I'm Teresa. Looking back on that spring afternoon during my sophomore year of college, I wish I'd seen the warning signs. I was 19, focused on my psychology major, and living at home to save money. Life was pretty normal, until my parents dropped a bombshell over Sunday dinner. Teresa, sweetie, we need to discuss something important, Mom began, her voice unnervingly sweet, the kind of tone she uses when she's about to say something I won't like. Marcus and Diana's daughter Katie is going through some family troubles, she said. She needs a place to stay for a while. I nodded, assuming they meant the guest room. Sure, that's fine. Dad cleared his throat. Well, Katie needs a proper bedroom. She's still in high school, and we think she'd be more comfortable in your room. My fork clattered against my plate. What? Where am I supposed to sleep? The garage is insulated, Mom said brightly. We can set up a nice space for you there. You're in college now, Teresa. You need to learn to be more accommodating. That night, I called my best friend Ashley and my cousin Emma on a three-way call. They're making me move to the garage for some kid I've never even met. That's messed up, Ashley said. Your parents are seriously choosing their friend's kid over you. Emma chimed in. I get that Katie's parents are their friends, but still the garage? That's just wrong. The next day, Katie arrived. She looked like the Disney Channel version of a troubled teen, perfectly styled hair, expensive clothes, and a practiced sad smile. My parents hovered around her like she was made of glass. Teresa, help Katie settle in, Mom ordered, as I watched them haul my things to the garage. Your room is so cute, Katie gushed, running her fingers over my corkboard of photos. Oh, but these pictures are kind of childish. Mind if I take them down? Before I could respond, she was already pulling at my memories, accidentally tearing my favorite photo of Ashley and Emma. Oops. Sorry. She didn't sound sorry. Good thing you're moving to the garage, she added with a smirk. Now I can make this room more mature. That night, lying on a makeshift bed between boxes of Christmas decorations and Dad's old golf clubs, my phone buzzed. It was a text from Ashley. Something's not right about Katie. She's giving me bad vibes. Seconds later, Emma replied. Did some digging. Katie's family troubles might not be what they seem. Want me to investigate? I stared at my phone, remembering Katie's smirk as she tore my photo. Yes, I typed back. Find everything you can. 2 weeks into my exile, I caught Katie in the kitchen talking to Mom. I'm just so worried about Teresa, she said softly, her voice trembling with fake concern. She seems so angry lately. Yesterday, she practically slammed the door when I tried to talk to her. I hadn't slammed any doors. I've been avoiding her entirely. Mom nodded sympathetically. It's just really hard, Katie continued, dabbing at non-existent tears. I thought we could be like sisters, but she keeps giving me these hostile looks. Maybe this was a mistake. I could try finding somewhere else. No, sweetie, Mom rushed to assure her. Teresa just needs to adjust her attitude. I'll talk to her. That talk turned into a lecture about being more welcoming and less selfish. When I tried to explain Katie's behavior, Mom shut me down. She's been through so much with her family situation. But Emma's investigation told a different story. Teresa, Katie's lying, Emma told me during a secret coffee shop meeting. I talked to my friend who went to her old school. There's no family trouble, her parents are fine. She's pulled similar stunts at 2 other friends' houses. Ashley, who had been furiously documenting everything in her notebook, leaned forward. It's a pattern. Every time you're out, Katie had been slowly destroying my life under the guise of accidents. First, my laptop mysteriously fell off my desk. Then, my textbooks were ruined when a conveniently leaky water bottle drenched them. My remaining photos? They disappeared because the wind supposedly blew them away. The garage itself had become a nightmare. Random puddles appeared near my bed, and the heating malfunctioned on the coldest nights. We need more evidence, Emma said, showing us texts from Katie's old school friend. Look at this. Katie's done this before, manipulating parents into taking her in, pushing out their kids, and moving on when the truth starts to catch up with her. Ashley leaned forward, phone in hand. Watch this. She pressed play on a video she'd recorded in the garage. It showed Katie deliberately pouring water near my bed, then running to my parents to claim there was a leak that might damage their precious storage boxes. Dad's response, moving my bed to an even colder corner of the garage. I'm done being the bad guy in her story, I said, glaring through the kitchen window where Katie played the perfect house guest, helping Mom with dinner. That evening, Katie came to the garage with her signature fake concern. Teresa, your mom wants you to join us for dinner. She's worried you're isolating yourself out here. She glanced at Ashley and Emma, her smile tightening. Oh, were you having a private meeting? I hope I'm not interrupting anything important. Her tone was sweet, but her eyes carried a warning. She knew we were on to her. Emma's detective work was paying off. We uncovered the truth about Katie's past through old friends and families who had hosted her before. Here's the Thompson family, Emma said, pointing to her laptop. Katie stayed with them, claiming her parents were divorcing. Then the Wilsons, she said their house had black mold. And the Camerons, she claimed her parents were temporarily relocating for work. But her parents never moved or divorced, I added, my anger simmering. Ashley played more recordings she'd secretly made. In one, Katie told my mom her family was dealing with financial troubles. In another, she mentioned a terminal illness. Each story contradicted the last. We have enough proof, Ashley said firmly. It's time to show your parents. The confrontation went as disastrously as I expected. I laid out everything, the families, the inconsistencies, the deliberate sabotage of my things. Mom and Dad sat in silence until Mom finally spoke. I can't believe you're so jealous that you'd make up these lies, she said, shaking her head. Katie warned us you might do this. Of course she did. I exploded. She's manipulating you. Dad stood up, angry. That's enough, Teresa. Katie's going through a difficult time, and instead of helping, you're inventing conspiracy theories. Right on cue, Katie appeared, tears already streaming down her face. I heard everything, she whispered. I knew Teresa hated me, but I never thought she'd make up such horrible stories about my family. The next day, my psychology project, a presentation worth 40% of my grade, was corrupted on my laptop. Katie had been alone in the garage earlier, supposedly looking for cleaning supplies. Looks like your computer caught a virus, she said, her fake sympathy as sharp as a knife. Maybe keeping it in the garage wasn't such a good idea. All that dust and moisture. That was the last straw. Ashley and Emma helped me set up hidden cameras, one in the garage, two in common areas, and a pin-sized one on my backpack. Emma borrowed audio recorders from her journalism class. Let's catch her red-handed, Ashley said as we placed the final camera. She can't lie her way out of video evidence. Be careful, Emma warned. My research shows she gets nasty when cornered. The Cameron's daughter ended up with a broken arm in a suspicious accident. I looked around at my makeshift bedroom, the water-stained books, the ruined project. Let her try. I'm done being her victim. Katie didn't disappoint. Over the next few days, the cameras caught everything, her sneaking into the garage at night, damaging my things and smirking as she spun sob stories to my parents. One clip even showed her on the phone, boasting about how she manipulated her way into our house. The real bombshell came during the monthly neighborhood dinner at our house. Everyone was there, including Katie's parents, Marcus and Diana. Katie was in rare form, playing the part of the perfect, troubled teen. Ashley nudged me under the table and passed me her phone. Watch this, she whispered. The video showed Katie in my room, pacing while on a call. Can you believe these idiots? She said, laughing. They actually put their daughter in the garage, just like the Thompsons and the others. Parents are so stupid. They'll believe anything if you cry enough. I give it another month before I found my next words. I stood up, my hands trembling. Everyone needs to see something, I announced. Despite my parents' protests, I plugged Ashley's phone into the TV and hit play. The room fell deathly silent as Katie's true face emerged on screen. Hours of footage rolled, her sabotaging my belongings, lying to my parents, and bragging in phone calls about her manipulations. Katie's mother, Diana, turned ghostly pale. Katie, what is this? It's obviously fake, Katie stammered, her voice rising in panic. But Emma wasn't done. She pressed play on the audio recordings, Katie spinning different stories about her troubled family to various people. Each lie contradicted the last. We contacted the other families, I said firmly, the Thompsons, the Wilsons, and the Camerons. They confirmed everything. The aftermath was explosive. Katie's mask shattered, and she started screaming, her carefully crafted facade disintegrating before everyone's eyes. Her parents looked horrified. especially as the depth of her manipulations became clear. She needs professional help, Marcus, her father, said, his voice unsteady. This ends now. Within days, Katie was enrolled in a therapeutic boarding school. The community's reaction was swift and damning. Neighbors who had once looked at me with disapproval now couldn't apologize enough. As for my parents, they tried too. Teresa, we're so sorry, Mom sobbed one evening. We should have believed you. I stared at her, calm but resolute. You chose a stranger over your own daughter. You put me in the garage. You called me a liar and jealous. Some things can't be fixed with an apology. Emma had already offered me her spare room. Stay with me while you finish college, she insisted. No garages, no manipulation, no drama. I moved out the next day. My parents kept calling, sending messages, even showing up at Emma's place with my old room key. We've kept your room exactly as it was, Dad pleaded. Please, Teresa, we'll do anything to make it right. You already did everything, I replied coldly. You showed me exactly who you are and where I stand with you. I'm not interested in a relationship with people who could treat their daughter that way. Looking back, exposing Katie was almost worth the pain, almost. She lost her perfect reputation, her victims were validated, and her parents finally saw her for who she was. My parents, however, lost something far more valuable, their daughter's trust and respect. As for me, I'm thriving. Living with Emma, my grades have recovered, and I'm excelling in my psychology major, with a focus on manipulative behavior. The garage may have been cold, but it taught me the warmth of standing up for myself and choosing my own family. My story went viral on social media, and I've connected with others who faced similar betrayals. Together, we're building a support network to help people recognize and protect themselves from manipulators like Katie. My parents still reach out every few months. Last week, I received an email from them. The house feels so empty without you, it read. I marked it as read, then closed the tab. Some say forgiveness is the key to moving forward, but I disagree. Sometimes moving forward means leaving toxic people behind, even if they're family. The strongest move isn't always about getting even.